Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Anissa Nida Effendi from MGP 21A. So today I will tell about my storytelling about Lakkang village. So in here I will tell about 6 points that I will tell you guys. So point number one is about history. Number two about Lakkang village characteristic and located. And point number three is how to get there, the village of Lakkang. And number four is about nature in the village of Lakkang. Number five is about economy in Lakkang Desa village. And the last, number six, is about historical village from Japan. So, okay, so I will tell about point number one is about history. So, according to the local history, before it was called Pulau Lakkang or Kepulauan Lakkang, this island is in the middle of the city of Makassar, was namely is Pulau Bonto Malangare in the 14th century. Bonto Malangare means sharp and observant hearing. This island was used by the Japanese as a hide place from the Dutch army, but now it's called Lakkang village. So I will tell about point number two is about Lakkang village characteristic and located. So this village is flanked by the Talo River and the Pampang River. Lakkang village is included in the smart area and has been declared a tourist village by the Makassar City Cultural and Tourism Office, where this area consisted of 2 RT and 8 RW with an area of 165. In the Lakkang village, the family system is still very strong and needs to be maintained and preserved. This can be a characteristic of Lakkang village in promoting this village as a natural and cultural tourist area. Several steel houses and cultural events can attract domestic and foreign tourists if managed and promoted properly. And Delta Lakkang, more often known as Pulau Lakkang, is an island surrounded by the Talo Makassar River with population about 952 people with 300 family in 2015. Lakkang village is one of the units in Talo district. Makassar City because it's a delta format due to slitting of the river. Talo, according to the existing story, was the first discovered by Dengri Lakkang as a central figure in this region. During the time until the Japanese colonial area, they discovered this delta or island and building defender bunker. In addition, the Lakkang area was surrounded by nipa and mangrove forests, which were used as potential tools and supporting the world lungs and water absorption center. And this village, there are several forms of traditional art that have been passed down from generation to generation on religion and national holiday. And for example, like ukuleka, tanjidor, and gambus. And there are also special foods like namely is banana unti batu and bamboo handicraft. And now I will tell about point number three and how to get Lakkang village. So we can get Lakkang village. We just have to choose which route that we have to go, because there are 3 peer routes that can be chosen to cross the river to the small village. One of the pier that many residents choose is the Monkey Pier, which is located on the Taman Larea campus, more precisely at the location of teaching farm. Faculty of Agriculture and Animal Husbandry Universitas. Meanwhile, the other priests are located at the local of the old world town, namely in the Makassar Industrial Warehousing Area. One of dog is actually a pond. We have to wait about 50 or 30 minutes for the boat that transportation us from the Monkey Pier to the village of Lakkang. The capacity of the boat is only 7 people, along with a motor if you use a motorbike. So fee charges is 3,000 rupiah and the journey takes about 25 or 30 minutes. So I will tell about point number 4 is about nature in the village of Lakkang. As we know, the village of Lakkang is still very well presented in nature, and from that is village there are still or are still happening now all kind of ecosystem, including these two ecosystem in the village is first pond ecosystem. So pond in fishery are artificial ponds and usually in console area, filled with water and used as a mean of aquaculture. The animal that are cultivated are aquatic animal, especially fish and sheep, and also shellfish. The term tambak is usually associated with barak fish with water or seawater. Ponds containing fresh water, usually called ponds or ponds. The bottom of condition of the pond is the basic physical condition of the pond and the process that occur in it, both those including biology, chemistry, physics, and ecology, which directly or indirectly affect the life of shark and other organisms in the environment. A linking cake of pond aquatic ecosystem. The pond's ecosystem is an artificial ecosystem in which there is control of artificial ecosystem that make it so that the discovery of flora and fauna is the result of the control of the maker as well. The pond ecosystem in Lakkang is dominated by shark ponds and fish ponds. So this is about rice field ecosystem. So rice field are land that is cultivated and irrigation of planting rice for the purpose. Rice field must be able to support standing water because rice requires flooding at certain period of its growth. To irrigate rice field as irrigation system is used by spring, river or rainwater. The latter are known as rain-fed rice field, while the other irrigation rice field rice grow in the rice field as known as wetland or lowland rice, and the flora found in the rice field ecosystem is rice, while the fauna like snake, rat, turtle doves, piranhas, and many other. The pond and rice field ecosystem, on the other hand, community but also damage the ecology of Lakkang itself. So now it's point number 5 is about economy in Lakkang village. So Lakkang village, which is located adjacent to the Talo River, makes the main livelihood of the community is the dominant fisherman. The business activity of tiger, sheep, and milkfish cultivation are professional that has been carried out for the generation in Lakkang village. It can be said that Lakkang community is still closely related The kinship in lakkang, which is so strong, of course, has positive impact and needs to be preserved. However, sometimes the population economy doesn't not develop, and for example, people not used to selling their milk fields harvest. They prefer to share this catch with neighbor and relatives. And apart from farmers, the rest is farming. The area of rice field in Lakkang village is about 50 hectares with the main product being rice. And the location of rice field is the center of village. People in the village do farming activity during the rainy season, and in the dry season they farm. Some of Lakkang people also cultivate crops by planting rice so that the community food need are always met, while for the less fortunate people only rely on extension for distributing reskin rice from the local governmental crossing. Income in Lakkang village can be done through economic activity that are adapted the ecological character of the local community. Skill training is needed the for those who can be used as alternative livelihood. And now and the last is point number 6 is about historical village from Japan. So Lakkang village has 7 old Japanese bunker in this village. But what is visible is only the surface, while the tunnel on the inside has been covered by soil. And what makes you feel comfortable later in this village is very clean path with loose bamboo, tree decoration on the side of path. The residents of Lakkang village are very friendly to visitors who come, and the sunset with the nest never forget about Lakkang village. And so guys, this is what I can tell about you in my storytelling about Lakkang village. Hope you guys like it and enjoy. Thank you very much.